but we'll see. But I'm enjoying it. Really enjoying it. So, So hopefully we can at least get out of prologue by this point. Wouldn't count on that. Dragon's Dogma doesn't hold hands and prefers you to figure it out. Oh. Please hold my hand, Grouchy, when it comes to that. Okay. Like, here's my hand, take it. Take it now. Hold on. Hold on, where's my axe? Actually, no, my katana's under my bed. I'll go ahead, chop my hand off, send it to you so you can hold it while you help me. That was very morbid. Why did I... Anyways, where am I? Ah, right. Dirge is back. No, no, no. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Besides, it's not even Gale's hand. Anyways, where am I going? Void Ship Bridge? Oh, I think I need to be here. Oh no, this is where I ended. Oh, no, no. Oh, of course this is where I ended. Edelrod was going to confront Conrad and his heretics on the bridge. He will need all the help he can get from the counterattack to succeed.
Let us not dawdle.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
How dare you insinuate harm on my fictional husband? Hey, 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 hey. Don't blame the dirge for wanting to eat the hand. Anyways, Edelrod, who is clutching a bleeding wound in his chest, gives you a tormented look. Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid, but if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue traitor. You look dreadful. Oh. Theodora von Valencia is dead. I found her in the Archmilitant in her study. Edelrod's eyes widen. God, Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain and the house's head. Edelrod shudders and grabs his shoulders. As you watch, the sleeves of his jackets burst open and two bone growths pierce through the fabric. Ugh, no matter what ritual Conrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second, warp ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed. Adira looks anxiously at Edelrod. Then she glances back at you. I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. Changes are already accelerating. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. Words worthy of a righteous soul. Argenta. Save the last of the words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge. Edelrod stares at you, and his eyes harden with a cold resolve once more. then we have no right to bow our heads. You can see Conrad Vokvir clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have pearlescent glimmer to them. We are out of time. Ethelred bites his knuckles, desperately thinking. You see a wave ripple across the whites of Ethelred's eyes, and they begin to turn a sickly yellow. Ready your weapons. If we are to die this day, let us die with honor. No, Zargon, to die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No, it will not be like this. Not today. Ethelred lowers his head, then he sighs and locks eyes with you. His gaze cold, haughty, and fanatical. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it, and you see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm, and farewell. Accursed traitor, a time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death. What? Theodora is dead? Oh, right, because, yeah. Vokvir stares at you in seemingly genuine bewilderment. No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Don't you dare to cross us!
To use the unique abilities called Heroic Acts and Desperate Measures, momentum is required. Depending on the action of your party in combat, the momentum bar will increase or decrease. A high momentum value allows the character to use a Heroic Act. A low value grants access to Desperate Measures. Both abilities can completely change the course of battle, but every party member can either use one or the other, and only once in a single combat. You. That's ew. Enemy status. You will encounter enemies with various abilities and features. Already learning about it. Okay, let's see what we got here. The officer immediately grants an ally an extra turn. Okay. Voice of command. Alright. Abelard is definitely our tank. However, I think our you're doing 12 to 14, and you are doing only 6 to 10. Okay. Didn't I take out an ability that grants an extra turn with that action points equal to 2 and no movement points. Okay. The ally is under the effective voice of command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's turn. The ally grants a one-time additional. Ooh, okay. And this one was finest hour. The officer grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP. This I take it as a. I take it that's a heroic act. We took focus. On an ally, the ally gains a bonus to their perception and ballistic skill equal to... Oh! Oh, Jesus. Okay, so actually we're going to give...
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. Who, if not me?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
It could do worse.
Eradicate.
Not by much.
Oh, we hit Abelgard. Whoops. Sorry about that, buddy. Ah, darn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, would have helped anyways. Wouldn't have helped anyways.
On it.
Missed. Oh, that's okay. Okay, approach recital. Yes, you can still only attack once, right? Or were we able to give her an ability? A soldier, you missed something that big. How'd you make officer? I don't know. I've got luck. Anyways, firearm master. The soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire. Ooh, nice. Okay. Using the weapon attack that normally it costs the least AP. These attacks do not spend AP until the end of the soldier's turn. Their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. Oh, damn. Okay, we got run and gun in there. That's not going to do anything for us because we don't have any enemies within 5 cells of her. So we'll go ahead and...
I'll do it.
Nice. What? Oh, what's the gun's rate of fire? 4. So shouldn't she have been able to...
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Faith without deeds is worthless. My Emperor! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Ooh, nice. Good God, really?
I'll do it. This is why I was
Wait. What? I'm so confused. What the hell just happened?
pain and duty go
Oh,
hand in hand.
dude! What the hell was that about? Rude? Anyways, let's go ahead and I'll pop this
But
on
of
you. I'll go ahead and analyze you. You got 5 stacks now, which is great. Wait, hold on. Target immediately gains +2 exploits. So it actually already had 3. So that means I could have exposed weakness there. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it now. Hold on. How long does that last? Until the operative's next turn. Okay, doing it.
Will do. No can do.
Will do? No can do. Understandable.
My place is at the fort.
All right, there's his movement. So he's gonna go ahead and do several strikes on him, or do a strike on him.
Victory is imminent.
Go ahead and brace for impact.
At your
Then we'll go
beck
ahead and
call.
endure.
Stop mocking me.
Dude's firing at point blank range. You're still into the, you serve me. No, you're not. Which means I can't put that on you again. That's slightly unfortunate, but that's okay. Huh? Oh, I'm bleeding. Ew.
It's as good as done.
Just a minor setback.
Dude! The hell was that about? Really? Oh god, is that gonna happen every time? Oh.
Here's my perfect moment.
Oh god, so you're bleeding and you have a fresh injury. Oh, come on, really? And he's going, ow!
I'll make it happen.
Oh man, should we have been trying to take out these guys before we took? Oh, I don't like that.
I'll see to it personally.
And you missed a 75. That's fantastic. All right. I need to heal him, so we need to.
Rejoice in battle.
A soldier. Yep, we're dead.
Let me tend to your wounds.
Oh, field medicine at its finest.
Okay, what is okay? Running. Okay, +4 movement.
Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith.
The hell happened there? Okay, dude took out the last guy. That's good. Oh, she like got knocked down. Oh, what the deuce? All right, let's go ahead and it's still to the end of once activated, exploit effect on all enemies in the upper line of sight. If the operative hits a target with an exploit stack, the attack deals. Okay, so we'll actually go ahead and do another okay, I want to be careful. So we want to do one analyze along with the forewarning on Abel, because yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead, analyze, because he's only got one exploit on him, so.
Anything else?
All right. Nice. Oh, I should have checked if I could. Oh.
Indeed.
Go ahead and do that.
flinch.
And a parry. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. And you missed. Back to Z, back to Z, back to Z. Okay, 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 okay. Hey, Roach, how's it going? Hello, Z, I'm very much enjoying this game. You are? So am I. And I haven't even gotten out of the tutorial yet. That's so sad. Anyways, let's go ahead and... Let's just go for this time around. Oh. Okay, so go ahead and hit
I'll make it
Dira. And then we'll go ahead and have her do bring it down. Huh? Oh, within one cell. Okay, never mind. When you're done, can you show me your background for your character? Oh, absolutely. Actually, I can just do that right. No, yeah, I'll do that right now. Hive World, Noble, Apex of Brilliance, and Grim Portents. Primarily in Fellowship, I took Officer. You are too a Noble? We are both Fellowship people. Haha! Let's go ahead and... How many exploits do you have on you? You have no exploits. Okay, well, I guess that means we need to exploit you. Analyze. Analyze. Boop.
Do.
And then boom.
Anything else?
Got him. Well, first of all, we need to... That costs 3 AP? Oh,
As
God.
the Emperor commands, I act.
Jesus, dude took a chunk out of her.
The enemies of the Emperor will
Lock
be
in our
undone.
ranks. Brace yourself, Abelard.
He got multiple attack of opportunity? What the hell was that about? Once character has suffered a certain number of injuries, these injuries are replaced with a trauma. Make use of med kits in time to retreat injuries to avoid characters suffering traumas. Removing traumas is a more difficult task. They can only be healed by resting on the ship or in certain other places suitable for rest. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, he got more than... Oh, we're still at the beginning of the game and you're telling me this creature has more than one attack of opportunity? Rude. Anyways. Exploits. How many got on you? You're back down to 1 exploit. Okay, time to...
On
boop.
it.
What does this do? 8 to 18, and this does... Yeah, we'll just do this.
Will do.
Nice. Ooh, we gotta be careful with this. Gotta be careful with this. I don't know why I'm getting this twice, but...
It will be done. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. Valancius! It will be done. At your beck and call.
Come on. You can do it. One more, do it. One more will do it. Come on. Nice. Oh.
Prescience has failed me.
I'll brush this off. I always have a backup plan.
Stop it!
The Emperor sets my path.
This takes care of traumas, right?
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
No. All right, had to double check. Duration permanent. By 20. Good God. Blade shard? Gloves and nerves. When the wearer of these gloves gets an injury or falls unconscious in combat, their allies gain a +1 bonus to damage. Oh, great. Each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by Yoink, I'll take that. Broken ribs? Just slap a band-aid on it. It'll be fine, right? Is this on normal or something else? Well, we are on daring. No, I'm gonna keep that on Z because I think Z has the most tech use anyways. Yeah. Oh, no, actually. We'll do that because he is our tank.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
Old man, he was never going to make it. He was mutating right in front of us. You just ended his suffering sooner.
I always keep my options open.
Rever, Master Helmsman, system status report. But the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. The white-haired man with a sickly pale skin salutes you. Well, there's a tricky question. The whole place is overgrown with a foul wizardry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for the throne. Vid screen. Can't talk. Anyways, the whole place is overgrown with foul wizardry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for the throne knows how long. How'd your people survive here? Man glances around the bridge. Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then I prayed for our rescue. We need to reestablish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. It is our only chance of escaping from the warp. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum, ready to the crew, prepare for translation to real space. Abelard pauses for a few seconds before turning to you. Zircon, you may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valencia. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take your place in the ritual that is about to commence. He directs your attention upward to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. What must I do? Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Bob, blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go to the throne, Master Zircon. These people are about to do the impossible. The least that he deserves is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in this usual spot. Please, hurry. I'm ready. Begin the ritual. Not even out of the tutorial yet. I've only streamed this game for like 5 hours, but I've messing up a lot. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to the mortal's eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. This is taken the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue traitor's eyes reveal the entity's true surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other a vessel of ancient evil bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the war. Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle. It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad of manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. I'm saving my people. Do your worst, but you cannot stop me. Theodora lets out a long screech, a shrill, overwhelming sound that can only be interrupted as laughter. Lead them, mortal. Guide them, persuade them, force them to talk and walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained. Oh god, this stupid spiel about destiny is not how, really? If there was one thing that annoys the out of me, is that when somebody goes all fluffing about, hey, this is your destiny. No, it's not. I'll find it myself. Thank you very much. Because I go about the rules of the little saying that I always state is, your destiny is not found by others, it is found by you. But how you find that destiny is determined by what you do. Also, I also follow the guidelines of destiny is not set in stone. You can take that quote and put it on the quote page. All of it. Your head begins to spin and a vicious drop slither down your cheeks. You blink and you are no longer looking at Theodora. It is the traitor Voikvir, just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition. The same terrifying voice seized from his lips. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured and the steps chosen, and yet you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day, the day of my resurrection. The image is scattered by invisible sorceress winds, and you see Adira, her eyes aglow with some sinister flame. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the Weaver of Destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you. The weapon of our return to me. Oh. Okay, it's just turning into images of, cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple. The images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Through the rippling mirage, you see a twisted image of Abelard, the loyal seneschal of the dynasty. The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. Revor turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few moments, then addresses Abelard, who is standing next to you. Seneschal? The navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means... Abelard nods absentmindedly. The navigator has... gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory along with that of all who died this day. Revor does not look away. He is giving you a hard stare, his white brows furrowed. Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty.
Why does the number knock not work on this game? Why does the number pad? Why does the number pad not work on this game?
By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision.
Let's win for the number pad again. God, they need to fix that. Say nothing.
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim... have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
Wonder what would have happened if I actually said, Abelard, no, I refuse.
The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members.
That hasn't changed yet.
Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
Happened to you too? Okay. God, where am I gonna get that guy? How about her? And her? I'm guessing that's the Lord Trade. Rogue. Anyways. Who are you? It feels like this game has a lot of inconsistencies. Anyways, Deep Shadows has a lot of inconsistencies with voice acting. It's like, it feels like, now there's voice. Oh, now there's not. Oh dear. Anyways, Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Eberlard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen as they rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your lordship. Cannot help but notice that the seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings in an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Eberlard pulls himself together. You must know how now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle rank officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfulfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leadership crews. How do we come to lose so many officers? It appears that heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising, given that their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. Now, what is on the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses. Your Lordship, take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of holding the visage of their Lord Captain. Have you succeeded in tracking down Vukvir? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, this trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and mutineers who may still be skulking the ship's many corridors. But, frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now 1 shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he was wrought. Wait, Abelard, there is an altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be rogue trader. I do agree that your elevation... Okay, the old officer gasps and looks at you oddly. I do agree that your elevation to your new station was rather precipitous. I assure you there are good reasons for it. Not least the fact that without a Lord Captain, the ship would be destined for naught but disaster. But I digress. Abelard's voice softens down. You do not have a choice. You are the named heir to the rogue traitor, and your fate is predetermined. Besides, if Conrad is guilty of the deaths of the other candidates, then his assassins must still be there, waiting. I doubt they are reckless enough to attack you if you are draped in the mantle of the rogue traitor, but if you were to disembark the ship bearing only the status of an ordinary servant of the Emperor... It is difficult to accept this state of affairs, but I shall endeavor to do so. Abelard nods indifferently. We all have burdens to carry in the name of the God Emperor. Alright, I am ready to start the briefing from the officers. With the gesture, Abelard lays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. You found a consumable. Yay! Bet I can't save right now, but it will. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and weariness. Anyways, attention, officers. You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Zircon von Valencia will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Yawn. I haven't the time to be listening to every last officer. Anyways, perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard. As you wish, your lordship. Vigorous Sir Ada of the Tonia 9, our new Voxmaster. Okay? It is an honor to serve your lordship. Aboard of this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Ravor, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. Now, the bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, a large, dark, circular eye under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured, she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum Janser Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. High factotum Janus Danrock. Dressed in the embroidered jacket, the heaviest man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. I don't care about highest standard for current for myself, but make sure my people get that. Anyways, in the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard, the Infernus and its master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah, supernatural entity, god of the knowledge, worship by the... Okay. Adept Mechanicus. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drive Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priests mechadendrites. Huh. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachariah Wise, head of the section, is unable to join us. He is in charge of communication with this distant star system. Master Wise has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the Von Valencia Protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing and Conrad Vogtvir's treachery. I will deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropath's progress as soon as it is possible to do so. All others present are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies. They are here to make a record of proceedings. All right, I wish to hear the Infernus Master's report. Yes, Lord Captain. The tall young man bows his head in indifference. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been complicated. No doubt. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Ha ha ha. Praise the Omnissiah. Praise. No, sorry. Praise. Anyways, the lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. High Factotum, what do you have to report? We're toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks. Excuse me? People are people, dude. No. which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. I don't like this guy already. Anyways, we will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Recad Morinus, however. The planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Collegus Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets. Draftsmaster. A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the tech priest's scarlet hood. Lord Captain, those are the foes that set upon this noble void should destroy the repositors and hundreds of machine spirits. Adherence of the cold mechanics is to inhabit control at any time. Oh, interesting. The Great Warp Engine. Entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah. Praise the Omnissiah. But its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. Ew. Anyways, with great sorrow, I must also report that the Engineer Prime Engine Seer, tech priest whose specialization is the maintenance and repair of sacred machines, overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. Some care to translate the esteemed Drives Master's words. The ship's most senior tech priest, most senior both in rank and experience, is dead. If we do not find a replacement, we will be unable to resolve the problems with the warp engines. Master Helmsman. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ships sound more or less, but without an engine seer, prime, and navigator who fell into the battle, we have no way out of the system. We tried to set so much as a toe inside the warp. I don't know what'll happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Ugh. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived at the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located and navigated in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck. True blessing from the God Emperor. Bless the Messiah. Anyways, I don't know what it says about me, but Tech Priest was pretty self-explanatory. I understood it too, but I just went with dialogue. These typos. Like, I understood it, but I went with dialogue, so yeah. Anyways, okay, what the heck is going on there? Anyways, a sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull as a response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the daemon that appeared before you during the translation replace echo in your mind. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. Huh. Anyways, if I were you... Oh, 1 second, chat. Okay. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shady news, we can go around this system until our heads are swimming. As long as the Promethium, a board term for combustible fuel in the Imperium of Man, and supplies last. And if any thick as Grokshite lowlives come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. So you don't have to worry about that. Master of Ordnance. The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job's simple. I maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told, but just ask anyone. We've got no able crew. No, Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. Oh, what? Oh dear. Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It is as if a dam has burst inside and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship's in ruins. Every second officer is dead, and now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to a void knows where. Silence. The Bridgemaster's magnificent glass panes seem to tremble under the force of Ebelard's roar. Okay, hold on. Let me do this better. Silence. How was that? Was that good? Enforcers, seize this mutineer. Abelard Connors, if only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your Lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say, besides find a replacement, that is. For we already have one lined up. Stand down, release him. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weak. Execute him! No, I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weakness, not after the terrible attack we have endured. Abelard stares unblinkingly at the Master of Ordnance. Cease your sniveling. You disgrace yourself and your entire clan. Enough. Hysterics are over. Let us resume. The Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. Yeah, so far I've been choosing those options also. We'll definitely see how things go further, because from what I hear is Ironclad isn't always a good option. But we'll see. Anyways, Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is the picture of shock, what just happened seems to have dawned on him only now, under the knowledge of the fate he so narrowly escapes. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members, and we require a new engineer, prime, and a navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's system must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station. Void port on the edge of the Coronis Expanse, and a notorious hotbed of vice trade and rogue trader intrigue. Home to the only dockyard in the sector, but we will never reach Football without first solving these three immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? I see it at the Voxmaster on this point. Mistress Tolman? Oh, wait, that's a lady? I did not realize that was a lady. Looks like a dude. Anyways, we are the Rykhead star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabitant bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system, and Rykhead Miners itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs, sensor technology that allows void ships to scan planets, spot enemies, and obtain various other kinds of crucial data at a great distance. our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navis Nobilite station and find out what in the void is going on. Thank you all for your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. God, there's so much. I forgot how much unspoken dialogue are in these games. Oh dear. Anyways, your lordship, there is one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Erithidora. Abelard hesitates. Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret mission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything? And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis Expanse. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. You were referring to the contents of that note, I presume. Yes, quite right. XC. Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Henrix von Calix. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to football. A football. It's an F, not a B. F. Football. And the for abundance system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in this system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor Rykad Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, Your Lordship. We have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valencia's protectorate. Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under his mountain, under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement. Idira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battle grimly nods toward Ida. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insists on seeing the rogue trader. I judge that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Idira's glazed eyes rove over those assembled. One word burst from her lips. Daybreak. Idira, come to your senses. Damn it. Idira presses her fingers to her temples in desperation. Your Lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Huh. Or maybe it's dawn and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Tias? Is it Tias or Talas? Anyways. No, not yet anyway. Well, the voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it. Alright. Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. There's nothing else of value to report. Declare this briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. Oh, good. Her trauma's gone. That's happy. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Someone else can do this.
Rogue Trader.
You said you have a personal request for me?
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
Don't start it with voice acting and then all of a sudden take it away from me. The accursed servants of chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they have orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valencia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans. I will meet with them, no formalities needed. These are children of the people who gave their lives for Von Valencia's dynasty. My consideration is the least that they deserve. I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart. Oh, going right into it. Okay. Motley crew of adolescents do not take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale. Our indefinite sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. It is hardly a Scola progenitor in here. Class hierarchy is responsible for the upbringing, education, and training of orphans. Oh. But we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Argenta is standing to the side. Brave ones, the master of this ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rogue Trader of House Valencius. Grandly address the group. The Rogue Trader, Rogue Trader and Lord Captain of this ship speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives for a just cause and brought honor to the Von Valencia's banner and those who have the Imperium. I am proud of them, and I believe that you will become their worthy heirs. I don't really like that. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with 2. I'm gonna smile at the group. Your Lord Captain greets you, brave ones. The teenagers keep staring at you. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. A skinny, pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end. The rows seem sullen and not particularly impressed. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says bitterly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you, noble lot, and you just give us speeches." Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants both to calm him and scold him for his impudence. address the group. If you have things to say them without fear. I will listen. The boy smiles grimly. It doesn't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back, and it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away on this ship until we drop and die like our folks, or worse. I understand your grief and dismay. Your parents died. It's not an easy thing to go through, but they gave their lives for the truth, for the good of the whole ship, for the Imperium. Do not speak of their honorable fate with anger and disdain. You heard the rogue trader. His words carry the wisdom of the Imperium. It's hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy, but nods slowly. Then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Abelard gives a sign, and the servants immediately emerge, carrying packaged treats with the Von Valencias emblazoned on the wrappers. It appears that the Seneschal came prepared for any contingency. Here's treats! Take treats! Here you go! Treats for everyone! You get a treat, and you get a treat, and you get a treat! Treats! Treats for everyone! Anyways, Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay. Throwing candy at them like they're pigeons, or as if they were at a baseball game. Hot dog, get your hot dogs. You want a dog? Here you go. Hot dogs, get your hot dogs.
Greetings.
Even in stillness, Sister Argenta radiates energy. With her dark eyes shining and a slight blush to her cheeks, she is reciting a prayer and looks at you only once she has spoken the final line. Tell me about Adeptus Sororitas.
Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about?
They say the Adeptus Sororitas are the fiercest in their faith among the warriors of the Imperium. Is that true?
It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter.
Are all sisters truly as faultless as you say? God. They need to fix that.
Even the novices of the Adeptus Sororitas are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best, tested by trials of body and spirit. Yes, there have been cases when a sister stumbled or showed weakness, but do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me. Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her, For nothing can stop a sister of battle who yearns to be cleansed of fault and weakness.
Please clarify something for me, chat. Is it true that Argenta is not romanceable? Anyways, hello June, how you been? Been a while. Welcome back to the channel. Anyways, so you're saying we can't the battle nun? Missed opportunity right there. Anyways, rumor is it was a GW directive. I guess that's understandable. A lot of people are mad. I bet. I mean, I barely know her and I really like her. Makes sense. Battle nun. Yeah, she's literally a battle nun. From what I've heard about her and her stuff, she's a battle nun. Anyways.
Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand, those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield. Their lives are seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul.
Battle nun. Anyways, what order are you from?
The Order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Parsimus Duane, the station's founder.
Anyways, I ended up clicking on, you said you belong to the Galaxian branching of your order. What brought you to the Chronos Expanse? Anyways, let's re-go. Sisters of Battle go hard. In what way? Anyways, what order are you from?
Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate. And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked Death World can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
Are there any other members of the Adepta Sororitas in the Chronos Expanse?
None that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is needed as deemed by the Ecclesiarchy. Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be blessed, my sisters perform their duty as we speak. I wish it were so. Even a single evening spent in joint prayer and training would bring me joy.
May his path be blessed. Bless the Omnissiah! Anyways, I have no more questions about the Sisterhood.
Should any more arise, keeping them to yourself would be imprudent. It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness.
I speak of battle, brother. Cease your heresy. No. I'm pressing that way too much. Anyways, let me redo that. No. Anyways, tell me about yourself.
About me? I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant.
Oh,
what else is there to tell about me?
Direct daughter, or is that just a figure of speech? Just a figure of saying. Anyways, how'd you end up in the Theodora's ship?
I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the pirate attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, while her crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I'd barely recovered from my wounds when the pirates struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations.
What happened to the people who wounded you? Did Theodora's men eliminate them?
Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more, and it's bound to happen someday.
You mentioned making a mistake.
It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear. I'll find a way to atone for them.
Where did this happen?
On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse. No one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard.
We could go to that planet and deal with the Chaos Worshippers.
The path to that planet was lost. All the knowledge is gone, along with the previous navigator.
Ooh.
It would take immense effort and resources to rediscover the route. The heir to the Von Valancius Protectorate must have plenty of other issues to deal with right now.
I mean...
Perhaps later, when the skies above our heads have cleared.
So you're saying once we've leveled up a bit. Gotcha. Anyways, what was it like traveling on Theodora's ship?
I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the Medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused on prayers and ruminations than on the people around me, or the journey itself. During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the Imperium. I think he is as meticulous in his inspections of the logistics systems as he is in his inquiries about the health of the occasional Sister of Battle aboard the ship. But not all of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Adira Tlas among the God Emperor's faithful.
Tlas.
I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the pirates. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. May the day that follows be bright.
Bless the Messiah. Anyways, I don't have any more questions. Thank you.
As you wish.
What is it that keeps you in my retinue? Says the guy who said he didn't have any more questions.
This ship was targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
And I enjoy your company, Argenta. I hope that you remain to the crew, and that the ship becomes your home.
Those are very courteous words, Rogue Trader. Thank you, both for your words and your hospitality.
Thank you for this conversation. Till next time. Oh God, here we go. Me. Anyways, the tall man before you appears be woven from his tendons and muscles. The blue veined snake under his white, almost, yeah. All right, Lord Captain, Master Helms and Marevor, at your service. You're a Voidborn. You are a Voidborn, are you not? That I am. Born into a helmsman clan in the bowels of a Chartist vessel. Studied the family trade until I was 15, and then my entire clan was butchered in a mutiny by lower hold scum. They spared the young'uns. Of course they did. Kids with implanted connectors make great navigational servitors, but I was having none of it. They weren't going to make a servitor out of me, so I escaped into the crawlways, and then I spent months picking them off, one after the other. You got me talking up a storm anyway. Yes, I'm a Voidborn. Oh, finish your story. Not much to tell. I gutted everyone I could get to, and then I fled upward to the middle decks. That's where the auger operators took me under their wing. They have apprentice helmsmen of their own up there, you see. Nobody asked me any questions, so I stayed. I grew up, trained, got smarter, then ended up a junior helmsman. A dozen years later, Danrock spotted me and lured me away, the cheeky blighter. Tell me about the Voidborn. Lord Captain, I mean no disrespect, but you do better to find someone with a knack for conversation like Tolman, the new Voxmaster. I ain't the talking type. I just get the ship where she needs to go. Best let folks stick to what they do best. What can you tell me about the other officers? Good for nothing wasters. That's what they are. Each and every one. Take Janice Danrock, the highborn of Weasel. He fawns over the officers, but some of the deals he makes would get him burned alive. He drags other people into his schemes so they can take the fall for him, too. One of my junior helmsmen was ferrying goods from Footfall for him. Got caught by the Seneschal and ended up in the Void Hatch. Danrock couldn't care less. The Voxmaster, another Tolman like that last one. Void Restims is no better. She cut off half the Vox channels the day she took her post, said the Vox systems were damaged and the Engineerium had no contact with her other modules. But how am I supposed to steer the ship? Collect the COGS reports with the power of my mind? First Officer Worston, I can't stand him. Like every Navy officer I met, he doesn't know a thing about controlling a vessel. A vessel in the void. But he puffs himself up all the same and throws his weight around. Me and him have to have words a few times before he let me alone. Thank the Emperor Lady Theodora trusted me more than the Seneschal when it came to helming a void ship. Then there's that woman. What's her name? Talas. Lady Theodora brought her along whenever she went, and look what happened to her. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out it was that witch that delivered her to an early grave, just like countless souls before. I don't see why anyone would want that walking calamity on the ship. But some would disagree. They say she's friends with the young Tolman, who, you know, or at least she used to be. Tell me, do you like anyone at all? What kind of question is that? I like you, and I like Lady Theodora before you. Where would I be if I make cracks about the rogue trader? I don't want to die just yet. Let's take my leave. I mean, smart. How may I serve you, Lord Captain? Thin, pale woman. Like, I won't lie. Like, Vigdis really looks like a dude. What are the Voxmaster's duties? I am the ears and the voice of this void ship. I supervise several dozen officers and 3 times the number of support personnel. Receive, send, encrypt, and decode all incoming and outgoing messages. Okay. All right. If you ever want to know what worries and concerns your crew are harboring, what your subjects are whispering about in local networks after their watches, and what their leaders are clamoring about. All right. Have the Vox Spirits brought you anything interesting lately? Forgive me, Lord Captain. I have no information that would be of interest to you in this matter. At this moment. Oh, why do you look so strange? My appearance comes from my heritage, generation after generation of people who spent their entire lives in the depths of the void ship. Neither we nor our ancestors have ever left our home, but the same can be said about many denizens of the Imperium's million worlds. We are used to the silence of the cosmos and the voices of the ship. There are thousands of us, but we dwell far from the Lord Captain's upper decks and remain unseen. We are the Voidborn. Where do they come from? Because we are children born in the void between the stars. We may be at the womb of a traveling vessel or orbital satellite or a forgotten asteroid station. Low gravity voyages through the warp and the countless dangers of space travel. Everything others hate and dread is second nature to us. Tell me about the lives of the Voidborn and my crew. To us, the groans, creaks, and murmurs of the ship sound the wave-babbling brooks and singing birds do to world dwellers. We hear the ship breathe. Now we know what it is to feel and think. We are a part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship. Anyways, it is a part of us. We perform numerous functions, and there are many officers among our numbers. Some maintain order and prevent mutiny. Others serve as shepherds and support the crew, and some devote themselves to mending the body and spirit of the vessel. Most of the Voidborn are members of the large void ship dynasties that bear responsibility for certain aspects of the ship's life. For 300 years, the main branch of the Ptolemaic dynasty has produced the ship's Voxmasters, and most of our subordinates come from the cadet houses of the dynasty. Oh. How do you find life on the ship? Life has been quite generous to me, Lord Captain, and I am the Voxmaster, and only the best in the dynasty can become one. By virtue of my skills and position, no one has ever denied me anything. Our family claims a spacious section for its denizen. I also enjoy long walks through the narrow and dimly lit corridors of the ship, listening to the sounds of her activity, falling asleep and waking up to the chanting of hymns, and admiring the stars beyond, of course. How do others treat you? We look, speak, and move differently from the inhabitants of the planetary worlds. Our way of life, traditions, and quirks frighten these people, just like the darkness of the cosmos. Many believe us to be bringers of ill fortune, and alas, it is the Voidborn who get the blame for terrible warp phenomena during long voyages. There's so much. One second, I gotta watch this thing that Grouchy put in the... Where did you find that, Grouchy? Oh boy, that's great. Anyways, Victus hesitates for several years ago. An unfortunate warp jump caused all the... Sorry, I just got done watching something that my moderator sent into Rogue Trader, into the Discord channel of Rogue Trader. Hilarious. Anyways, several years ago, an unfortunate warp jump caused all the food on board to spoil. 15 days later, a hungry, furious crew nearly massacred everyone on the lower decks, blaming us for this misfortune, hoping to restock the larders with our flesh. Ew. Found it on YouTube while watching lore videos. It was great, by the way. Hold on, I better actually react to that. Can I react? There we go. Looks like you are close friends with Adira. The Voidborn seldom make friends, especially among the captain's entourage, but you see, many consider Adira to be different. I am different too. We have spent plenty of time in each other's company, discussing Regis... Isn't that... Oh, a human tabletop game... Okay, I was gonna say, Regicide. I knew this game, I knew the Warhammer universe was dark, but I didn't think it was that dark. Just like calmly talking about Regicide. It's like, how many people do you think got killed over on that planet? I don't know, like what, 50,000? 80,000? I don't know. What would you have done differently instead of what they did? Stuff like that. That's what I was thinking as soon as I saw it. Like, what? Anyways. Except Adira changed after one incident and we started to drift apart. The Death Lord Captain Theodora made her withdraw even more. I do not know if Adira considers me her friend now, but we used to be very, very close. It is good I can still look after her in my own way. Anyways, oh, I guarantee they do casually talk about Regicide. What? Oh dear. Bless the Messiah. Ooh, nice. Oh, using Adira's. Okay, yeah. Interpreting the Voxmaster's emotions based on half a face and a Vox mutilated voice is no easy task, but you managed to catch the undercurrent of Victor's word. The Voxmaster is not merely saddened by her rift with Adira. She is devastated by it. Oh, have you ever left the ship? Oh, I did once, and it was dreadful. It felt like the massive blue dome overhead could shatter at any moment and fall, and bones would be crushed by the gravity. When fighting demon and chaos gods, Xenos and etc., nothing phases you anymore. Oh. Anyways, return to business as you wish. Connect me to connect. Hold on. Anyways, connect me to the vessel's main crew. I wish to bolster the morale of my crew. It is done, Lord Captain. You address the crew with a rousing speech and hear... Especially if you're having to deal with Slaanesh. You're speaking gibberish to me. Abelard, how you doing, buddy?
Lord Captain.
Let's talk about things that may be useful to me as the rogue trader.
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
I am happy. Okay, so I am happy that most of the dialogue with, or at least the one-on-one dialogue with the companions is voice acted. I just kind of wish that there was a little bit more voice acting in the entirety of the game. But I understand that it's really hard to do with this big of this games that are massive like this. Anyways, easiest way to describe it: the degenerate chaos god of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. If it wasn't for the drugs part, I would love Slaanesh. Anyways, outline the situation in the Coronis Expanse for me. What do I need to know?
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words. The Coronis Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels.
No, I would not. Are you sure?
Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse. And in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
Slaanesh is the most sadistic and depraved of the Chaos Gods, and he consumes the souls of all Eldar after death to torture them for eternity. Slaanesh also encourages things like extremely depraved forms of... Oh! Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Anyways, who are the main players I need to be aware of in the Coronis Expanse?
In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them. If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining Ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
A look of realization as you crying with laughter. I didn't even read up the full lore, and I was like, okay, never mind. Conrad, our previous Master of Whispers, what can you tell me about his betrayal? What do you think he'll do next?
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the von Valancius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake.
Yeah, you really don't want to fiddle with the Chaos Gods? Yeah, apparently.
If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain,
is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps.
Most likely not.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
I'd like to know more about my seneschal.
As you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know?
Tell me about yourself. What were you before you became Theodore Seneschal?
I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis. No, there used to be is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling, the essence of my life. I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium. I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where the Imperial Navy was providing reinforcement to the rogue traders' army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then, that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy and join the rogue traders' personal council. It was a difficult choice for me. But I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to tell you just how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was. I recognized her at once as a true leader and formidable creative force. One who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the Expanse.
Leaving the Imperial Navy is far from easy. Why were you permitted to quit your post?
You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trader. To do so would be to risk their own position and their relationship with Theodora. The Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy. Contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world. And which enabled her to make me an offer that resulted in my joining her retinue. The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing, or an informal discussion, I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the actions of others that do not sound overly scathing or confrontational. Many in command were inclined to view my manner of speaking as unbefitting a person of my rank.
Okay, so that means sorry, I'm looking at the dice rolling. I'm guessing like, okay, so that I may have okay. It's been a while since I read the tutorial, so by looking at it, I'm guessing that I had to roll under that percentage in order to make that check. Correct? Yeah. Anyways. The way you talk about Theodora, I'm beginning to think you were in love with her.
What? Lord Captain, any allegations of improper feelings or unsanctioned relations are utterly baseless and bordering on the insulting. Utterly baseless.
Utterly baseless. Baseless. Please don't tell anyone. Anyways, do you have family?
I am a widower. Oh. I am a father of 4.
Oh?
And if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11.
Oh god, so our last statement was like, okay, never mind.
My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard ship. And I would hardly have insisted that they follow in my footsteps.
Good man. I'm not a father. Though I kind of want, though I actually want to be. I want kids. However, I'm not a father. I do know full well never throw job at your kid. Never basically go about being, okay, you're gonna be a doctor. But what if I don't? I don't care. You're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna start learning. Never. I know never to do that. That really undermines them from being able to be themselves. Thank you. I have no more questions.
Of course.
You may call me by my first name if you wish.
I thank you for the honor, but I must decline. As a former military officer, I believe in the importance of order in all things, including the chain of command. You are the Lord Captain, my direct superior. I am not prepared to address you in any way other than as regulation dictates.
But yeah, never insist that your kid be follow this curricular. Never insist that they follow this occupation. This specific occupation. It's nice to like give them options. Be like, take a look at their skills and their interests and be like, maybe you'd like this or maybe you'd like this. But never be like, okay, I think you should be a doctor. That's more respectable. Like, no. As long as it doesn't cross like moral and illegal boundaries, let them enjoy the life that they want. Anyways, I must take my leave. Till next time.
Lord Captain.
Oh my god. Oh, I leveled up. Sweet. Where's Adir is here. Adir, about your abilities.
What are you talking about, Lord Captain?
You are a Psyker. Psykers are only granted the right to live with the Emperor's blessing. Have you ever been to Terra?
Look, Lady Theodora couldn't care less if some eggheads measured my brains or not. It's not about the seal on your forehead, get it? It's about what's in your gut, if it's rotten or not. My gut's stronger than the adamantine on this here ship. And my implants are better than the ones they put in you on your Terra. If they weren't, I wouldn't have lived as long as I have.
Where do you come from?
Lyra, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. In the Coronis Expanse, the deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomicon gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best.
Tell me about Lyra.
It's an out-of-the-way planetoid between two faint stars. On Lyra, a dozen local tyrants fight over 5 measly continents. But they use everything they can to win, from poison to psychers. I haven't been there in many years, but there's nothing for me to miss. Trust me. But here on the ship is a different story altogether. I saw more wonders in my first year serving Lady von Valancius than I'd seen in my whole life on Lyra. Like my first journey through the warp, I was in bed for 3 days. I felt like supernovas were exploding in my head. I only found out later that I'd gotten off easy. Just through the bulkhead in the bay next to mine, a whole team turned into... Look at me rambling on, Lord Captain. Pay no attention.
You never finished your story about your first...
It wasn't like it was a very fun trip, Lord Captain. But look, If you want to be entertained, I'm the woman for the job. I'll entertain you with one of the stories from my collection, no problem. But if you want to hear about the time I melted everyone in the bay next door, well, I just don't really want to go into the details on that one, all right?
Understandable. What'd you do beforehand?
Oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes. I did the same thing I do here, Lord Captain. Divining. Our rulers prized the ability to see into the future. Every psyker that could be found was worth a small fortune on Lyra. There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. People like me were especially sought after. They'd pick psykers up wherever they found them, buy kids off their parents, even just abduct them. Take me, for instance. I got taken from my street gang. The older kids sold me when they noticed there was something off about me. The ruling dynasties had schools where they trained us and beat us black and blue. And then they packed us off to serve. Some of us held on for a long time, but others didn't last. Not everyone's as smart and talented as me, you know. Some people crossed the line and were out of commission before their time.
How'd you end up in the Rogue Trader service?
Theodora von Valancius paid a visit to the ruler I was serving at the time. I don't know what the visit was for, and it's no business of mine anyway. I can still remember the way the voices in my head changed when I looked at her. They were practically screaming. She had so much behind her, and plenty ahead of her too. As I gawped at her, all of a sudden I heard a whisper. A hint, a suggestion, nothing more. But I know the difference between idle chatter and a real threat. I seized my chance and approached Theodora. I managed to whisper a couple of words in her ear before the wardens dragged me away. They beat me and locked me up. No wonder. It wasn't my place to converse with outsiders. And then Theodora's people came for me. They broke down the wall, butchered the guards. Also, I could tell them my warning in full. So I said the rest, but I didn't want to go back to my old life. And so I entered the service of the von Valancius dynasty.
Have you ever been off the ship?
A few times. Not many. And if I think about it, why would I want to? I've got everything I need here. All the whispers I hear are familiar ones. They almost feel like family. And if I want to hear about the nightmares off the ship, I can. After some Amisec. But don't go getting the wrong idea. If I have to, I'll follow you to the edge of the galaxy.
Talk about something else.
Of course, Lord Captain.
Got a new story for me?
You bet I do, Lord Captain.
I like it here.
Okay, so we went to Footfall once. Well, I mean, Lord Captain Theodora went to Footfall a lot. But on that occasion, she took me with her for some reason. My day had gotten off to a bad start. My head had been yammering since I woke up, but there was nothing else for it. I had to go. We arrived at the place, and what a place! All the gentlemen and ladies dressed to kill, showing off their encrusted implants, all clustered around little tables. Well, turned out it was a gaming den. And not just any gaming den, but one run by somebody with deep pockets for people with just as much cash to splash. You should have seen it. People gambling away planets in a game of regicide. Anyway, so the Lord Captain wanted me to help her beat some guy. So I tell her, the chips won't land in your favor. You'll get a bad hand. Don't sit down at that table, your ladyship. But did she listen? Of course she didn't. If there's one thing she never lacked, it's stubbornness. So they sat down and the cards were dealt. I'm hovering around like I'm not involved, but I'm keeping my eye on things. And everything in my head keeps getting louder and louder. Anyway, it's a good thing I realized in time that my mind wasn't going haywire over a losing hand, but something else. I made some excuse to drag the Lord Captain up from the table and took her away from that place. And a few minutes later, the room where we'd been... It turned out some wise guy had the same bright idea to bring a pet psyker along with him. One of those ones who just scuttle around in Footfall's underbelly. And the psyker just freaked out, I guess. After all the commotion, people went to see what happened in the room. And they've all gone for each other's throats. Literally. With teeth. And I think they completely detached that asteroid from Footfall and pushed it off into open space so it would head off toward the local star.
Pretty bit of a deranged humor, but anyways, what's it like being a psyker?
Lord Captain, forgive me, but it would be like talking to a person born blind about colors. I could spend hours explaining, but it wouldn't make any sense to you. Every psyker feels their connection with the warp in their own way. One person might see spots and shadows out of the corner of their eye. Another feels fingers running down their spine. As for me, I've got a door in my head. One that's open just a crack. There's no way to close it, no matter how hard I try. I've just had to get used to the whispers from the other side. When I need to use it for work, I listen in more closely, but I usually just try not to notice it.
How do you live with this whispering in your head?
Training, habit, and a little amasec and a couple other things you can get on the lower decks. If you put all those together, it makes things bearable. Sometimes I even wonder if I'm imagining half the voices I hear. You know, when life on board gets a little boring. Better than listening to the living, anyhow.
Okay. Anyways, what would happen if you, if your door burst open?
Well, if the door opens, that means somebody's planning to come in, right? But screw them. They're not coming through. Trust me. I know how to keep my valuable head locked up tight.
Aren't you afraid of losing control?
Only losers who are afraid of their own gift lose control. Or idiots who never figure out what they are before it's too late. Or little kids who want to play around with their shiny new toy. If you don't know the limits of your abilities, or you're always bouncing around in your own head, that's a recipe for disaster.
Fair enough. Can you see my future?
All right. That's what I'm here for, after all. So, I'm just going to lean on that door in my head a little more, prick up my ears, and listen to what the warp's got to say about you. If you'll allow it, I can listen right now.
Sure.
All right. Let's hear what they're whispering about you. Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained. Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, Rogue Trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. The chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master? Or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord? The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it? I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in, somehow. But for now...
I'd like to hear your augury. What awaits me in the... Oh, we already...
All right. Let's hear what... I'm sorry, Lord
Okay,
Captain.
do you know Theodore?
None of the officers knew the Lord Captain well. Not even Abelard, and she was always closer to him than anyone else. She told me from the off that if I ever listened to anything in the warp about her without her permission, I'd be going out through the airlock. I'm not an idiot, so I never stuck my nose where it didn't belong. Only when I was asked.
Understandable.
It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that she's gone. Lady von Valancius gave me everything I have. She opened the stars to me and the paths between them. I still think I can hear her voice.
Things are strange between you and Argenta. Isn't that right?
The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices. Ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head.
Well, I must make my leave.
Of course.
Alright, so... make a save called... level 5. Choose characteristics. I mean, obviously we're gonna just up fellowship, because fellowship is our main stat. Like, we're literally just going to up fellowship the entire way, because I don't think I'm gonna need ballistic very often, or I might actually, but we'll see. Excuse me, we'll see. What is this? This is choose a talent. Okay, so we gotta choose another talent. One second, let me check something. Okay, so we can only increase it by 5. I can't like split the points a bit, but oh well. Okay. There's a skill I'm looking over here that looks like it. It's called. Oh. Oh. I thought I just automatically got this. Oh. Apparently I was very wrong about that. Whoops. I probably want that then. So yeah, we'll take that. Do 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 do. Ballistics, please. And then over here, it's looking like rapid reload. Right, because I saw that the reload actually costs like 3, so I was like, oh, that's probably a good one. Yoink, I'll take that. And thank you. Okay, what did I pick the last time? Perception, sure. Her other highest stat is willpower, though. Maybe we want to... Argenta is the only one of the... well, I do need to make somebody our perception character, so I might as well start upping her in that regard. If anything, we could always respec with whoever the respec character is. I gotta find him. Grants 10% bonus to dodge. For the first time in combat, then an ally becomes the target of a psychic power. This ability gains. This ally gains +10 to weapon and a ballistic skill until end of. That's I like that. But she's not gonna be. But she's not really. Well, I wasn't gonna make her our buff character though. Hold on. Crap. Wasn't there like Hold on. Is psychic, aftershock, mental breach. Enemies that have taken damage from the psyker at least once suffer -2 penalties to all resistance checks against the psyker until the end of combat. That's actually really good. That's good. Enemies that become targets of the psyker's psychic powers gain a stacking -5% penalty to their dodge and parry until the end of combat. Ooh. So is she gonna be like a mass debuff character? Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay, so I definitely want to start looking for other stuff that because I just want to like do a lot of exploit at the start and then do continuous exploit in order to do a lot of us wasn't there another ability? Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Use advantage. No, enforce reality. Be level 10, stronger together. All allies, excluding Xenos in the current party, gain +5 to the same characteristics. Doing my part. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first use of any ability from this archetype costs. Better to die for the I want to punish. Okay, register. Hold on. Oh, I thought there was more stuff that had to do with exploits. I guess I was wrong. Maybe it has something to do with the... No, that's not it. Oh, maybe abilities? Can use a damaging cycle while being threatened by enemies melee without provoking attack from opportunities, non-damaging psychic. Provide okay, stabilizing effect. The first psychic power used each turn increases veil degradation by 2 points less. Oh, that seems pretty good. There's huh. Okay. I thought it was talking about... Okay, I do remember, by 2 points less. Okay. That might be good. This, though, first time in combat that an ally becomes the target of a psychic power. This ally gains plus 10 to weapon skill and ballistic skill. Oh, God. Just start plopping that onto Argenta? Just... Damn. That would be sick. Requires level 40. What the hell? What's our max level? Well, anyways. I think that might be what I'm gonna go for. But also, here we are. At the beginning of every combat, the Psyker's allies get... Okay, that's good. Allies under the effect of at least one psychic power getting an additional armor penetration. Flawless plan. There's divination. Is a divination psychic power on an ally without an unnatural luck effect. That ally gains unnatural luck. When the ally suffers a critical hit, it becomes a normal hit instead, and the unnatural effect is removed. Psyker deals mental damage from any source other than aftershock. The target suffers half as much damage. Go breach, mind siege. I kind of like that actually as well. Chat, any ideas? Any suggestions? But I could have swore there was more skills and abilities that revolved around exploits. I guess not. Maybe it has to deal with maybe it's available skills? No, available. God, I could look over this stuff all day and just start trying to plan things out. Damn. Oh. Ooh, I actually like that too. This, though, seems really good. Well, anyways, back to this. I think I'm going to take that. I'm going to take what I got. Advance in advice and guidance. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Oh, I took Rouse instead of coercion instead of anyways. Do. Ooh. I like that. Because he's a tank, he's just going to be like, boom! Send damage back. You know, I like that. We want weapon skill, or do we want toughness? Primarily because he's literally going to be our tank. You know, yeah, we'll go with weapon skill. Do a little more damage. Right? That's what that is. Confidence in all forms of close combat, increases their parry, and reduces the enemy parry and dodge chance against melee attacks. Oh. Oh. Nice. Boop. And we are done. All right, so Lord Captain's quarters, huh? Yeah, these are now my quarters. Cracked data slate. Well, let's go ahead and deal with the Chronos Expanse. The events of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader take place in a vast region of space known as the Chronos Expanse. This sector is composed of numerous star systems, many of which you will get a chance to visit. You will find yourself scouring the void in search of routes leading to new, uncharted systems, discovering more routes as you explore the expanse. What you see before you is the map of the Sloan such system. Okay, so now we're about to get into the system where I'm kind of curious as to how people actually like it. When I've seen it, I'm not sure if I myself would like it. But this is essentially the map. However, it just dawned on me that I'm literally taking the place. I'm literally going to be sleeping in a room where a dead where somebody died. I guess that's just everyday life in the Warhammer 40k universe. Anyways, each star system contains objects you can interact with, such objects are marked as points of interest. Ooh. The Prison Planetoid. Okay. Interrogator must have visited Rykad Manoras. Perhaps the planetary governor knows of his present whereabouts or planned course of action. Make contact with the novice light station. Now, the navigator's abode could have been a plausible destination for an interrogator of the Ordo Xenos. The station's residents may tell the rogue trader if they are playing host to such a guest. And then there's visitor. Okay.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Remember, escort, everything is calm on my... And you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna make a hard save here. Just in case. Because, again, one of those situations where it's like, okay, certain aspects will have great consequences. And I'm hoping things don't go bad. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do first. There we go. Let's go. Everything is calm on my end. Vicari out. Your lordship, 1,000 pardons if I address you properly. Have you come on behalf of Governor Madan, or are you here at the other business? If it's the latter, you ought to know that there's been a riot at the local prison. Oh, it's quite dangerous here. Tell me about this planetoid. The only settlement on Rykatophilia is a penal colony. The prisoners work in the mines and the domed quarries. The mines sulfur, serum dust, and sand, which is then melted down. A rather nondescript place, or so it was, prior to current events. What happened to you? Yeah, there's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it is being led by the prison warden himself. Nani? What? That don't sound right. He has allied himself with a rabble that he himself was supposed to watch and declared Rykatophilia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. I'm here as a shuttle pilot alongside the Honorable Avene Winterscale, son of Caligos Winterscale, rogue trader. Vanquisher of Xenos, forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity. Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak to the warden personally. The Honorable Lord means to put an end to this lawless treason. He and his escort left to meet with the insurgents while I was ordered to await their return. Evane, one of his distant youngster offsprings. Yes, that's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. Oh, well. The warden himself is spearheading the riot? Yes. No one expected this. Master Casteglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal of House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Rykatophilia was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, and that he would now never bow to anyone again. Pure heresy. Down with the heretics! Anyways, and I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel. What kind of a madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Actually, that makes sense. Well, not the question makes sense, not why they revolted on a barren rock. But anyways, why would young Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the dissidents? It's personal matter. It's a personal matter. Master Casteglia, the seditions warden, seditious warden is Evelyn's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news excited him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt. And it's not going to work out too well. Anyways, the first Winter Scale in my memory who prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. Oh. Here, Pilot Raquel. You're quite right. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he will try to do so no matter what obstacle gets in his way. I am looking for a man by the name of Henrix von Kalix. He is here, perhaps. Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, then it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There is nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place. Is there anything else I should be appraised of before I set out? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. I have no more questions. Your lordship, if I may have a minute of your time, I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter, but the situation, in any case. Have you been to the capital of Regulus Manors yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jasper. What is your relationship? We are engaged, your lordship. I have not yet been to Regulus Manors and know nothing of this officer's fate. That's a shame. May the Emperor keep the fool from harm. Thank you for your time, your lordship. I don't dare delay you any further. Good luck. Your lordship, I will contact Lord Yvain's party over Vox and inform them of your coming. Should we actually be doing...
Hey, what's that? The Emperor favors me today.
Yay, traps. There is a trap ahead. Order your character to disable it. If a character enters a trapped area or fails the test to disarm it, the trap will trigger. Gotcha. Sometimes you'll see a trap marked with a red area and containing connected line. Yep, just like in Wrath of the Righteous.
Keep your wits about you.
All right.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Hey, your virtuousness. How are you doing?
I was born to wage war against darkness. I am always doing wonderfully when danger is near.
All right. Here's a question. I doubt it. Will they path around it?
Pain and duty go.
That'll be negatory, friendo.
Do you see that?
I will rise. I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling. This task should have been accomplished easily.
Ow. That was... that hurt. Anyways, try that again.
The burden of failure is the most terrible punishment.
Oh! Oh, she has a 50-50 chance. What is that horse hockey? Come on, let's go again.
Duty prevails.
Yeah, that's right.
Rise to the top.
No!
Or get left in the dust.
The whispers call to me.
I'm restless. Never doubt me.
Never. Gratuitous, why me? Why? I missed my payment 12 years ago, 12 years, and Inspector rid of the lost time. But the main should remember to stack on it every time. By the time they found it, that's also want to be fair. So I've seen it would take 3 generations of my descendants if I had any to pay it off. My fate was sealed, trial, sentence, prison, all because of some daft rotter who shoved my paper in the wrong box. Ew. Oh wait, they still use paper in this? They still use paper in this timeline? Yeah, well, anyways. It's just trying to place. I haven't eaten once in a while. The guards bark orders all the time. Or to be fair, I think I got off pretty easy. My bed in the barracks is about as hard as the slab or concrete I've got at home. Working on the quarry isn't much tougher than my old job, and the rules, boy, take me. That old sod that governs Rykard Maris is a bloody sadist by comparison. It's a strange old place. Haven't been beaten once yet. The guards bark orders all the time, but they never hit us. They also got this kind of inner circle of special chosen prisoners, the Optimatum, they call it. If you can get in, the Emperor has as my witness, you get an actual day off. They'll let you out of your cell and into the yard by the big barracks, and I tell you what, they let you rest there and feed you better than whatever swill they're giving us in the canteen. Sounds like an interesting prison. I'll say they told me to prove my motives. Foster, they say the beneath me and Warden out looks more noble than nobility itself. Tall green teeth. If you can believe it, talks to prisoners. What's your name? He asks, all quiet like. Why are you condemned? Do you feel any remorse? Tomorrow I'll be trying to join these Optimates as
Let us not dawdle.
Okay.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
I will fight if I must.
You have been ambushed. The battle begins. Oh, so that means I can't. Oh. Oh god, that's a lot of dudes.
Just a minor setback.
Ow. Ow.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Really? Really?
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Okay, there we go. This one we won't hit Abelard.
I'll do it. Oh, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Damn.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
Woo! Okay, well, I guess that'll end her turn. How am I supposed to take care of these guys? Oh, am I supposed to go like around them? Oh. Come on.
I know what is to come. Anything else?
Wow, that's really all she can do. That was weird, but okay.
The healing is much appreciated.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
I'm an idiot.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
Temporary setback.
Oh my god, really? So I can't. Okay.
On it.
Fired up is going great. Do that, and then we'll...
I'll see to it personally.
And then we'll go ahead and do a bring it down.
I'll make it happen.
I'll do it.
Oh. Thought you would essentially get the move. Apparently not.
Let's make some opportunities.
And you miss. That's okay, though.
Guided by faith.
Sure. Boom.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Nice. And then we'll go ahead and do another run and gun. Oh, wow. He's got a lot of HP on him. Oh. Currently at 160, so you
Faith
actually do it.
Deeds is worthless.
High momentum.
I am his will made manifest.
Dodged.
I'll do it.
Again? Jesus, dude.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
There we go.
Doubt is for the weak.
Only got one in. Jeez.
I'll do it.
Might as well go ahead and reload. And end. Still affected by forewarning. Oh, because it's until end of combat.
Will do.
Okay, nice. 9 stacks, huh? And then we'll go ahead and analyze enemy.
Anything else?
And we'll go ahead and boop. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. And dead. Ow. Parried, nice. Hi. Rude. What? He's more than 2 cells away. What the hell? There must be at least two free cells between the warrior and the target to use charge. Oh. What? Well, that's weird, but okay. Killed his own guard. I'll take it. Ooh, wait. Why can't you do anything? That was really weird. Anyways,
it's as good as done.
Yeah, I'll grab you.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Bada boom. $23%. I think it'll be fine. Miss. Yeah.
Rejoice in battle. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Maybe I should have just done this. Oh well. Too late. It's got no exploits on it, so we'll go ahead and do this.
Not the Scryer's job.
What's going on?
Cover me! On it.
Now here's a
Anything else?
okay, so it is less damage. Intriguing.
Will do.
Indeed, one fewer tongue.
Bada boom. What are you? Force grenade. Oh, I'm definitely grabbing that force grenade. Select all, thank you, and close. We got some equipment. I got light. Can I wear medium? Looks like I can. I will take a hit of my dodge penalty. It's fine though. Chainmail. But I think I want to put this stuff on my tank instead. No. No, I think I will keep with that armor for now. He's kind of in the same boat, so. I think I'm actually going to take that off. As nice as that is. Crappy autogun. Yeah, okay, so. All right, there we go. We are going a little bit longer because I do want to try and get through as much of this game as I can, and all right. Let's go.
I always keep my options open.
You left the Navis Imperialis to serve the rogue trader. Do you ever regret it, Seneschal?
No, I do not regret it in the least. Serving in the Imperial Navy is a fine thing to do. But it was only under Lady Theodora that I truly felt the significance of what I was doing.
I always have a backup plan. I'll learn from this mistake.
Whoops. I guess that just means we'll have to retry that again.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Agreed. The main level, however, I want to. What the deuce? What the hell is with all those bodies? Y'all ain't got to say anything about the bodies?
Get the job done.
My brethren, the dawn is nigh. That Optimus will guide us into a new existence. Yes, yes, dear brethren. Have a taste of my steel. Oh, now I've longed for this, my dear brethren. Thank the throne. Normal-looking faces. We thought we were going to die here with these nutters. The old man with a gap-toothed smile drops his weapon and holds out his hand in a placating gesture. Please don't shoot us, your nobleness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. Still, Lord Captain, look at this. A ragtag bunch hardly inspires trust. Give me a reason. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot, but, well, sitting out wasn't really an option either. The warden's lapdogs made short work of those who refused to join the festivities, so we had to, play along. But that's all. That's all it was. Play. We never meant to we never meant no offense to Governor Medina, nor to the lawful authority of House Winterscale. Give us a chance, eh? We just want to wait until everything blows over and we can go back to cells and quietly do the rest of our time. Good bro, inmates? A repentant, honest heretic. How novel. He is unimpressed. Tell me more about the warden on the right. Well, I saw your tongue talking about the heretic, but if you insist, here's how it is. Warden of this here prison, the Honorable Master Gastelglia, pretty sure I'm butchering that name, was a crackpot from the start. Previous warden ran things the proper way. Prayer, 1 meal a day, work, punch to the choppers from the guards, work again. But the new one, you know what his first decree was? He introduced lunches and dinners. By the 9 devils, that's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. Things only went downhill from there. The guards quit it with the teeth punch, and the warden forbade them. Instead, the overseers started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry or swinging their pickaxes harder or whatnot. And then, would you believe it? They put together a list of best workers, and if someone on that list also showed good behavior, that's when they'd get promoted to an optimate. That's the upper crust among us jailbirds. Huh. Or at least that's how it was at first. And the warden said it's optimates, not the guards, who should be in charge of punishments. And that it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work. It was the optimates. Well, let me tell you, that's when these goody two-shoes really started to shine. The guards aren't even the same league as our dear fellows, the optimates. In the old days, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking it up. Sometimes I have a really bad way with words. The guards aren't. We had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking it a week, and now, well, now we're lucky if we have only 50. 50. Good God. Rude. That wasn't even the end of it. Warden Casteglia moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry under the dome, and I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. He began spouting the wildest things like, the optimates are saints who will behold the truth. And he started talking to them, taking them to the quarry. Not all of them returned. The ones who did, you wouldn't recognize them. More beast than man. Ew. They were butchering people left and right, explains the cell on the side. Even guards and overseers, the warden himself had armed them, and that's the whole sob story. But I knew it from the moment he let us have dinners. Oh, this won't end well. The old cogger's right. Whenever nobles start giving handouts to commoners, something always goes wrong. I mean that with all due respect, your lordship. No offense intended. If I spare you, what do I gain from it? Now, how can lowly jailbirds hope to thank your noble self? I have an inking. You see, us here, we're... How should I put this? Different for the rest of the prisoners. So they say. They're all petty thieves from Reckitt Monoris Debtors. Debtors, gutter snipes, they're no one serious. Now we, your nobleness, are cut from a different cloth altogether. We're fortune seekers from the void. Go on. Why don't we tell you where on Footfall Station you know Footfall, the only shipyard of the best across. Yes, so we're on Footfall. You can find some very serious business-minded people and how you can get yourself a very special discount from them on some very special goods. What kind of very serious people? The most serious kind, your nobleness. Have you heard about the Fellowship of the Void? It's the largest pirate alliance in the Expanse. There is no one leader, and there is no leader, of course, but there are some terribly serious captains who decided that cutting each other's throats over loot was, what do you call it, counterproductive. But cutting throats together, now that's anti-counterproductive. Interesting. And, well, their joint efforts leave them with an access of spoils, so they need to dispose of it somehow. And I, your nobleness, just happen to know someone who handles such kinds of dealings on behalf of those very serious people. I spare you. Oh, that's great to hear, your nobleness. Just great. Now there's a true aristocrat, not the warden creep. Now then, your nobleness, where was I? If you're ever on football station, ball, not ball, ball. There's this district there, the Shadow Quarters. It's called that because it's located behind the statue of our holiest emperor. God, there's so much talking. I've known folks who called it something else, also on account of being behind the statue. Don't repeat my other mistakes. I tell you, Reverend Eronius wastes no time finding and burning them all. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So, Footfall, the Shadow Quarters, there's a bar there built into the remains of an old ship, and in that bar, in the back room, a certain Riza does her business. Almost sounds like a certain inn from Baldur's Gate. What is that? No, not an inn, but a tavern. It was like the Mermaid's Tears? Yeah, Mermaid's Tears, where they literally built a bar out of a ship. Anyways, you'll be her favorite client. Tell her Grandpa Bakval says hello. You'll be her favorite client at the blink of an eye. There we are. Well, your nobleness. We'll be going now if you don't mind. I shall not leave you here to die at the hands of the warden's henchmen. Go, tell my pilot that it is the Lord Captain's orders that you be sent to my ship. You will join my ship's crew. You have my personal pardon as a rogue trader. Thanks. We are most grateful, your nobleness. What do we got here? Oh. This isn't gonna be the only way I can do this. All right.
Myself through my service.
Ooh. Bowhammer. Saturated cape. When a wearer uses Endure, they immediately remove one of the effects on them in the following order: burning, poison, bleeding. Comparatively... Mandal of Heroism requires Ironclast follower. Each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by plus 20% until the end of combat. Max 60%. Oh, I like that. All right, well, anyways. Oh, wow. This doesn't have like a pistol burst? Wait, this is a shotgun? I guess that's okay. Oh, it does have a...
I know how to take risks.
All creatures within the area of effect within 6 cell radius. Oh. Interesting.
Just as I planned.
Lasgun. Oh. Well, you don't have a doer, so.
Would you
All
look
right,
at
then.
that?
Ooh. A con sign? Wielder of the staff gains the consign ability. The ability is also available in its heroic act and desperate. Okay.
Should I divine our next step?
Next hit against the target will be an automatic critical hit. The next attack against every enemy in combat will be an automatic critical hit. Oh, that's a heroic act. Oh. Ooh. Huh. Okay. So I'm still kind of like trying to figure out, do I want to start making her like a damage dealer, or do I want to start making making her into like a straight up debuff and debuff character? I'm missing loot.
I'll warn you if I hear anything.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna skim through all this. Oh. Huh? What? Ooh. Oh, lore.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Failed that, right? Really? Ugh.
That's how it's done.
The symbol before you bears a familiar scent, that of the dark forces of chaos. Chaos! Where... talks about the warden a little more.
Keep your wits about you.
Damn it.
You just fail a 75? I mean, still doable. It's still failable, but at least you didn't fail it.
I won't let it define me.
I thought I quick saved. Did I not quick save? Oh god, apparently I didn't quick save. Now I gotta go through all this again. Yay! Nani? I'll take it, but really?
Over.
Ooh, okay. Oh, improved auto pistol. Okay. We're gonna go through here.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
You asked for it!
Was that a bug?
The whispers told me how.
Let us not dawdle. You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Are you ready to die?
What? Is it because I took too long? I'm slightly confused, but okay. Wait, what? Did some of my saves not... Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Eradicated. Each strike is a prayer. Drought is for the weak.
Well, more XP, I guess.
Brace yourself, Camelot.
Ow! Well, that hurt. He's got 3, so...
Anything else?
Zircon is currently prone.
Will do. Can I fall back now?
Yeah! My ears are ringing. Time to prove my mettle.
I will endure.
Jesus! What the heck?
Shields me.
And yeah, from this she's gonna get like 2 attacks of opportunity.
Time to redouble our efforts.
Okay. I think my game bugged and I'm redoing this fight for some odd reason. Plus, also, unless that picture's not right. Which in truth, I wouldn't doubt. Okay, it's not right. What the heck? What the heck was that? Okay, so am I gonna trigger this fight if I go through here again?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
No, so that's weird.
That wasn't so difficult.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Okay, that was definitely weird.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Interesting.
I always get the job done.
Okay, that's what I want.
Keep your wits about you. I always have a backup plan. Let us not dawdle.
Vayne Winterscale, Lord of Valencias, my greetings. May the light of eternal Terra shine forever. Vayne Winterscale, younger son of Caligus Winterscale, at your service. Lord Zircon von Valencia, I am pleased to make your acquaintance. As am I. As often immaculate plight, please accept my apologies for the slight breach of etiquette. Here and now is neither the best place nor time for a protracted ceremony. Do you not wish to know why I now stand at the head of the house? I gather more than a few people have already... What did I say? Put that question to you. Or perhaps you expert... Okay, well anyways, Theodore perished. Your restraint is warranted. I have no desire to speak about it this time. Is there anything you can tell me about the Novice Nobilate station? I know more than most, but less than one might expect. Our navigators are true recluses. Eric V Station is the sovereign Damazin Navigator House are Orselio. As I said, they are remarkably reclusive, unwilling to interact with anyone, even the system's governor. However, House Orselio has a direct agreement with House Winterscale. Several navigators of the house serve on my father's ship. That's why I was granted personal access to the station for emergency situations and important negotiations. Ooh. I have been to the station twice alone. It is the master's demand that even guards and servants be left on the shuttle. By the throne is at a bizarre place. Inexplicably, my emotions would shift from sudden trembling to carefree jubilation. For what reason, I cannot say. The station was far from uplifting. Every servant who tended to me there had their tongue amputated. Well, I doubt such details are of interest to you. Ugh. Tongue amputated? What? Once we are done here, I can try to contact the station and request excuse me, access for you as well, but I am almost certain it'll be for naught. Allow me access to use your code. My navigator is dead. If I fail to find a new one, the very first warp jump could spell disaster for my ship. As a nobleman and a sign of a rogue trader house, you are obliged to aid me. There's a long pause. Vayne peers at you, weighing something in his mind. Eventually, he lets out a sigh. It is an onerous task. Trusting someone at first glance, but I have a good feeling about you, Lord von Valencias. After all, people in our position are to be candid with one another. Absolutely not. They absolutely cannot. Oh, poor Abelard. Oh, poor guy. Lately, the Orselios have been acting even more strangely than usual. Man, this is definitely what happens when I talk too much and try and read a lot of dialogue, because my tongue starts getting twisted and tied. Anyways, they changed their access codes with unreasonable frequency. Right before I left for Ricati Filia, my comlink received a message. How can a blind man see a starry sky? I presume it's the new passphrase. If it is a little help to you, you have my apologies. The navigators are a peculiar breed. Lord Captain, while he's being all nice, why don't you ask him if you could borrow a few teensy planets of his? And later, if he asks for them back, you can just say you can't remember where you left them. Trust me, works every time. Let us discuss the matter at hand. Indeed, it is a personal matter, if you will. Wow, dude, God, there's so much dialogue. I'm gonna need to get like some Vocaloid lozenges or something. Anyways, indeed, it's a personal matter, if you will, and not simply because the incident occurred in a system that belongs to my father, the prison warden, and he used to be a close friend of mine. Once, I wanted to give him a chance to come to his senses, lay down his weapons, and stop this senseless uprising. The desire to help a friend is a noble one. If your diplomacy can truly stop the riot, it is worth a try. The fewer the deaths, the better. Or, no, the desire to help a friend is a noble one. My father would disagree. Thankfully, he is not here. You came here with not but a single shuttle worth of guards. Do you not think it foolhardy? Yes, so did you. I had my doubts, of course, but I am not Governor Medina. I refuse to sit idle in the safety of a bunker. I had arrived at the head of this whole unit. I would not fault on for assuming this was an assault. Okay, where is Warden Castaglia now? He is up ahead somewhere and further below. We exchanged a few words over the Vox, and he said he would meet me in the quarry behind the prison building. A strange choice for negotiations, but those were his conditions. Can I at all dissuade you from this escapade of yours? You cannot. Your lordship. And please, I kindly ask that you not waste your breath. My decision is final. Very well. In that case, I shall accompany you. I must admit, I do appreciate your company. This prison is giving me a strong sense of unease, but the lift cannot support both our parties. If you are going ahead, wait for us in the quarry. We will follow shortly. Okay, and
is there money to be made?
Huh. Anyways, I think that's actually gonna have to be all. I have for this one. We will play this next time. Thank y'all for watching the stream. Hope it's also fantastic.